The crew's unwavering quest takes them to the fabled Chapel Vault, a secret room thought to hold priceless jewels or long-lost historical items in the most recent leaked episode of Oak Island's 12th season. But tragedy. The team is ready to go farther than ever before, using a huge steel casing and an enormous watertight chamber made to withstand the pressure and dangers of underground excavation, and lurks in the island's ancient defenses, ready to strike back with cutting-edge technology and resolve. With a diamond found on Lot 5, the search has been rocked by a finding that leaves more questions than answers and suggests a relationship to a powerful and wealthy person. Though history indicates that Oak Island does not readily reveal its secrets, possibilities include Whispers of the Knights, Temple of the Freemasons, and infamous pirates who may have long concealed their wealth. The team's advanced equipment may finally give them the advantage. As the excavation enters its most crucial stage, the tension is at an all-time high, but the team is more focused than ever, and discoveries are coming in at an unprecedented rate. In this gripping video, viewers can see the Lagena brothers and their team working to drain the swamp, investigate the enigmatic boulder pathway, and discover revolutionary A collection of treasures was found in the Money Pit on Oak Island. For more than 200 years, hunters had been looking for something unique. They discovered odd symbols on a stone, pieces of bone, and a red cross that alluded to a treasure connected to the Knights' Temple. Despite draining the swamp a week prior, the team encountered obstacles like sticks and mud when they found a large stone area created by people near the swamp's eyes. They drill deeper. They find an open space with silence falling over the team they have just punched through into something. A chamber or tunnel. And it is unknown. What it is, they fill a tube with the unknown, which they believe is part of something bigger. They crack open the tube, finding gold in the wood. The team is on the right track and they map out 12 more boreholes, each one a different type of treasure. As the quest for the treasure proceeds, the team remains resolute in their endeavor to unearth the riches that has been concealed on Oak Island. Together, Rick and Peter Romke make up a treasure team. On Oak Island, a group of hunters unearths a mystery treasure. They find a stone wall, a well that is filled with shattered crockery, and a formation known as the Quadrilateral. Additionally, they find gold in the water. Sparks has high hopes that there are additional mysteries concealed within the depths of Oak Island. As they continue their exploration, they come across an old ladder that leads into a dark tunnel beneath the water. This could be a clue from treasure hunters from a long time ago, or it could be something more local. Legends have whispered about a curse that had taken lives before saying that it was found. It would take the death of one more person before the wealth could be discovered. The crew is eager to confront the obstacles that lie ahead, and they are especially interested in a location that has been identified by specialists. It is suggested by Dr. Spooner and Dr. Michelle that the wealth might be concealed within a particular region known as the Blob, which is located to the west of the garden shaft. With a map in hand, the specialists restricted the search to a smaller area that they named the Baby Blob. They thought that a tunnel that was 95 feet below the ground may lead directly to the treasure. At the same time, the drilling rig was getting ready to dig into Borley DN 111.5, Now that they are finally on the edge of discovering anything beneath the island, everyone's enthusiasm is building up with anticipation. While Marty is getting ready to investigate the garden shaft, the historian of Charles Oak Island is in charge of the drilling. They are removing mounds of dirt and water from the ancient shaft and reinforcing it with wood. With each step, they are getting closer pieces of gold in the water surrounding the island, which makes them excited once more. They believe that something significant is hidden on Oak Island, including pieces of wood, tools, coins, and a U-shaped structure that resembles old secret groups such as the Knights Templar. Additionally, they have discovered an old cross made of lead, which may be connected to the Knights Templar. Additional discoveries, such as old coins and tools, add to the mystery. As each season of exploration passes, the brothers continue to search every nook and cranny of the island using cutting-edge technology to look deep into the ground and underwater for clues. They discover more traces of gold in the waters of the island, which may be an indication that the treasure is close at hand, or that the island is playing a trick on them to lead them deeper into its mysteries. They intend to dig deeper than they ever have before, but they must exercise caution because the legend of the island warns of danger, and 6 lives have already been lost. Oak Island's treasure is not just about finding gold, It's also about uncovering the island's history and the mysterious nature of the island. The Lagena brothers are embarking on a quest to uncover the secrets of Oak Island, a mysterious island that has been a subject of fascination for centuries. They are determined to uncover the island's past and discover the secrets that have been left behind by its past explorers. Their search is driven by the desire to unlock the secrets of the island's past, which has been untold for generations. The legendary hidden tunnel of Oak Island is one of the most important discoveries. This tunnel has been missing for more than 200 years, and the crew is desperate to find out what it is that it is hiding. In two new sites that they have referred to as boreholes, 8 1/2 and 13 1/2, they have found a 10th vacant space beneath the ground underground. Some people believe that the tunnels are concealed beneath the surface of the earth, potentially connected to a famous location on the island known as the Garden Shaft. As they continue their quest, they come across an antique cross that is buried deep within the earth. The team's irritation is growing as they continue to dig, wondering if they are digging in the appropriate location. Despite their efforts, there are stories that claim the garden shaft could house the treasure that has been missing for a very long time. Air bubbles appear in the soil as they drill, suggesting that there might be man-made tunnels hidden below the surface. This raises the possibility that He wasn't alone though, which was good. His team would be there for him no matter what. To save the working bodies, Tyson had to take on everything. He got permission to use the mine from Ken Tatlow and Stuart Schmidt, and then began the impossible job of making the experience great again. No one expected the first cut to be so bad, and it took a lot longer than anyone thought it would. As soon as Parker realized how important it was, the pressure rose. He thought Tyson would be able to get up soon. The determination of Parker stayed strong, even though the work to prepare the new spot was hard. He went on to say that while he was getting El Dardo ready, he thought he had a lot of time. But when he was getting the next plant pad ready, he realized he didn't. As Parker dealt with the problems at El Dorado, everyone was left wondering if his unwavering determination would help him get through the tough times and find the gold stores that could make his mining project a success. Parker and Tyson were both involved in the El Dorado. Moving the wash plant at the El Dorado cut was a huge task that turned some important events in Tyson's life. They had everything they needed except time, because the process had to be done by a certain date. The due date for this job was Sunday, and if it was completed successfully, it would be able to stay alive. The plot jumbled up
thick with expectation as the Curse of Oak Island team set off on their current mission in the Season 11 premiere with unrelenting commitment. They set out to discover the mysteries lingering beneath the surface of the island. In an unexpected turn of events, their efforts were rewarded almost immediately with the discovery of a pile of buried wealth that sent shockwaves through the entire team. Their intuition, developed over years of hunting the elusive, did not go unnoticed. The harsh beep of the metal detector soon broke the silence, exposing the first mysterious piece of history. With its old and weathered features, this old coin suggested a Roman connection, similar to a half-Roman coin recovered in the same area barely a year before. Only 30 yards away from this newly discovered mystery was a half-Roman coin carrying the unquestionable stamp of a civilization.
Hilarity. Marty, the older of the two, is not only a treasure hunter, but also a self-made multimillionaire. His wealth is derived from his ventures in the natural gas industry in Michigan, but his knowledge gained from engineering and law degree proved to be invaluable. When he was younger, he had the intention of attending law school, but when he started his own energy company, he found that his legal expertise was particularly useful, as he was able to save money by representing himself in legal matters. It is very evident that Marty's strategic thinking reflects both his intelligence and his ingenuity. Rick, on the other hand, comes from a very different background than his brothers, who were all born in the same town of Kingsford, Michigan. Rick took a more straightforward path, working as a U.S. postal worker upon retiring. He devoted himself fully to the treasure hunt on Oak Island, a place that had fascinated him since he was 11 years old. Although Marty was initially skeptical about the treasure's existence, these boys started digging in 1795. They get done. It's a really long story. Going to make it really short, he wanted to support his brother's lifelong ambition by providing most of the funds needed to buy a stake in Oak Island Tours Incorporated, showing his deep commitment to Rick's dream. By the close of the 5th season, the Liga brothers had uncovered various historically significant artifacts. Oak Island is a place where the history of Oak Island is shrouded in spooky tales and superstitions, making it a place where the faint-hearted might not dare to tread. The work that they do on Oak Island is not for those who are easily frightened. They face the challenges of the island in an effort to discover its legendary treasure, despite the numerous dangers that they face. These dangers include dealing with a daunting curse and encountering strange events. In a letter that Florence Eisenhower wrote to Minister Chappelle in 1915, she describes a horrific event that her grandfather spoke of involving her uncle Will Graves, who was suffering from tuberculosis and was on his deathbed. This has been described as one of the most compelling tales. Another unsettling story comes from Peggy Adams, who grew up on the island when her parents served as caretakers in the early to mid-20th century. The legacy of Oak Island is a die-hard treasure hunter or just someone who enjoys a good adventure narrative. Oak Island is a site that has captivated the imagination of many people. It is not just a location on the map, it is a place that is rich with stories and possibly treasures. Oak Island has something to offer. It's a reminder of the past, a treasure map that still has clues to be solved, and a beautiful spot to visit. Who knows what's still hidden there waiting to be discovered? And even if you don't find gold or jewels, the thrill of the hunt and the beauty of the island are treasures in their own right. Rick Lagena, a treasure hunter, made the discovery of Oak Island in 2005. At the same time, he and his brother Marty purchased a 78% share in the corporation. This event marked the beginning of their investigation effort on the island, which was later featured in the popular television series The Curse of Oak Island. Despite the attention that he has received from the media, Rick has managed to keep his personal life private and focused on his passion for treasure hunting. He has worked with specialists without the allure of riches. French language, known as the heart-shaped island, Tupapai, which is located in Polynesia, is renowned not for its wealth but rather for its romantic appeal, which is characterized by its perfect beaches and crystal blue waters. Isla, according to Robinson Crusoe, which is located in Chile. There is a story of a treasure that was buried by Jean Esteban in the 17th century and is thought to be worth approximately $10 billion. According to legend, the island of Ile Sainte-Marie, also known as Nosy Baraha in Madagascar, was once a safe haven for pirates such as William Kidd and is said to conceal enormous wealth. Porto Farina, which is located in Tunisia, has its own history, as it was formerly used as a base of operations by Maltese pirates in the 17th century. There are tales of a treasure worth $60 million that was buried in the 1990s on Cocos Island in Panama, which has reignited the curiosity of treasure seekers alive and well in the contemporary day. These islands, with their magnificent landscapes and deep history, continue to inspire and attract treasure hunters, explorers, and historians. Each of these islands offers a distinct combination of natural beauty and the excitement of exploration.